It says...
Aha. Nope, that's not what I want. Hello, people.
Are we there?
Maybe. We're going to see. We are going to see.
Oh, it says live now.
Hey,
we're
look,
there.
There we are. Jeez.
Woo.
Man.
Oh, it says it's our 100th live celebration. But it's not.
Don't believe the title.
Goodness. Yeah, let me go back over to, let's see, well, we had another video pulled up where hopefully everyone just got the notification that we're over here on this one. Sorry about that. Again, just still trying to navigate through this new YouTube setup, and also we've done 2 live streams this week where we had to work with different technical teams.
And I think that got some
things mixed up, so
yes.
Apologies for 2 weeks in a row of technical difficulties. We promise that we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, Patreon, be looking for another test live that I'll be doing sometime this week.
Whoops.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry about that. If someone will let everyone else know that we're over here, that would be much appreciated so that we can get off of, turn our attention to you, if you will.
I will.
Well, I meant,
Okay, Trev posted this link.
Thank you, Trev.
Over.
Appreciate you.
And the other one.
Yeah.
Hello,
Which tricked you, made you look.
Our new thing is like creating situations that just make you want to drink out of frustration.
Yes.
So that's our new thing. So that's what we're doing.
Makes us want to drink.
I'm going to have to go ahead and stand up already.
Oh, okay. Bye, Chad.
Yep.
Yeah, so we are starting off today with an OKI 13 year. This is 112 proof, and it is a Party Source pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Party Source, J.O.
Well, he's not there anymore.
He's not there anymore.
No, he's not there anymore.
Right. That's right.
But he used to be, and he was great.
Yes.
Great Party Source host.
Yes.
We'll change the name on this later.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies about that. It's not our 100th live. We can celebrate, but it's not our 100th live.
It's our 3rd live this week.
Yeah, and I think
Can
that's...
we celebrate that? Oh, boy.
It hasn't worn on us at all. No, it's been great. It's been a great week full of amazing opportunities.
All right, so if you're here for if you're watching this on the replay, I should say, and you're here for the Booker's review or any of the Traverse City reviews, sometime after live and after we fix the title, there'll be timestamps that we'll put in a pinned comment down below, so you can hop around to those, because we do have, we want to just hang out with you guys and with the live chat and see what's going on, everything, and jeez.
It's okay, Chad.
Anyone else need a drink?
You go ahead.
Okay, 13 year. I just heard.
Tell him it happens. It's okay that you're not perfect.
No.
I accept it every day.
Why did we get to 100 lives and then
all of a sudden it broke?
Well, I blame YouTube.
I also blame YouTube.
They changed the formula, and how do we get it to work? We went into like classic mode that I thought was actually gone.
They don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, some people.
Some people know, but you're okay. It's okay.
I'm slightly off center.
Come this way. Or I'll come this way. We'll both...
I think you might be talking mentally.
Oh, well, maybe. That might be true also. This is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we heard a rumor the other day that they're reviving the OKI brand, but it's not New Riff. So we're like, did they release the rights to the name? Is it just floating out there? Will someone continue to use MGP to create it? We don't know. It was just a small rumor that we heard with no details. So if anyone else knows anything, we'd love to hear more.
And we heard that on where? Our second live stream of the week, which was Whiskey from Home. If you guys, I'm sure a lot of you joined in on that. We were one of the streaming partners, so it streamed
so fun.
Flawlessly on our channel, because I wasn't behind the board.
That's true.
Kenny was over at Bourbon Pursuit. And yeah, so we had our flight fight done right. It was kind of showing the little secrets behind our how we do a flight, blind flights. And then there was also just like a deluge, if you will, of information from a bunch of other presenters. I'm not going to try to name all, because I know I'm going to forget.
Don't do it. Don't
one person,
go down the rabbit hole.
That'll make me feel bad.
Yep.
But yeah, the headliners, we could say that. The headliners were...
nope, don't do it.
I know who the headliners were. It was Fred Minnick and Peggy Stevens.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were right there before Fred's stream. So that is living on our channel. So if you want to go back and watch the replay, you can do that.
That was a lot of fun.
Lots of great information.
And then on Tuesday, earlier this week, we did the Whistle Pig home blending.
Yep, with Flaviar
experiment with Flaviar.
and Whistle Pig. And
that was great.
Pete, the master distiller, there at Whistle Pig. I just thought, like, Pete, maybe he should have been a Scotch master distiller, because Pete...
I'm sure when his parents named him, they didn't know where he was going in the world.
No.
All right, Scooby D says y'all are great.
Merca. Thank you, Scooby D. We need...
We need all of the
that.
words of encouragement right now.
Okay. We got a little bit to get into, so I think we should just go ahead and
I know we've been
get
saving
into it.
our sample shout-outs and our What's News.
Yes, which... Oh, deck on it. Well, I'm going to stand up for a second time. If you're new to the live, when I stand up, it's kind of a group rule that you have to drink. So
You have a fuzz. There's a lot.
That's live for you. That's live for you.
Oh, he's going to make me cut his hair at some point soon, and I just really don't want to. I'm not going to lie. Because if I don't cut his hair, I suck because I won't cut his hair. And if I do cut his hair and I do it wrong, which I will, let's be real, I didn't go to school to be a barber. And, I assume that you learn a lot there. So I'll mess it up, and then it'll be my fault. Anyways, so it's like, I'll just skip it. We'll figure it out. I don't know. We'll come to some sort of compromise.
I'm going to let you pronounce that one, Sarah.
Piglotsbecker.
There you go.
Thank you for that super chat. Celebrating my 40th in quarantine with a 2019 stag. Cheers.
I think that 1 penny away from a triangle. I say we just give it to him. We're going to kick in that extra penny for you and give you that awesome sounding triangle.
Celebrating his 40th in quarantine.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Who's that going to be?
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Who's that going to be soon?
Shut your mouth. Oh, no, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
He doesn't want to talk about his upcoming birthday.
That's sort of an inside joke thing.
Yeah, don't take that seriously.
I don't normally
tell me to shut up.
Tell my wife to shut her mouth.
Yeah.
But shush. No, shut your mouth. Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm going to be having a birthday this month as well.
Had a big thing planned.
We'll just leave it at that.
We couldn't have people together, so now I guess we'll just have to do it at some point in the future. We'll just have a Chat is Great party at some time in the future.
Like every day.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way.
Well, don't you?
But yeah, happy 40th.
Happy 40th, and thank you for that super chat. What's new? If you were speaking of that Patreon test that apparently didn't get out all the kinks, I kind of shared this, but for everyone else, this is what's new for us right now. This is the Bardstown Bourbon Company Goodwood. This is a straight bourbon whiskey finished in Goodwood Brewing Company's Walnut Brown Ale casks.
Ooh, Walnut Brown Ale sounds good.
Looking forward to opening this.
Yeah. We've got a lot of Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Time to do a fight with them.
It is.
And then we have 3 of these. Now, these come from, not directly from the company, but from a firm who represents them. So these are...
Full disclosure. Yeah,
full disclosure. Sent to us, and we will get around to reviewing them, so we'll disclose that again. But we got the Barrel Bourbon Cask Strength Batch 23, which is a 10-year. We got the Rye, which is Batch 3, which is a 4-year.
Where are they coming from?
Down there, off screen. And then we have the Barrel Dovetail, which is finished in rum, port, and Dun Vineyard Cabernet barrels. Which is 124.34 proof. So, boom.
And Drew Bolin sent us a bottle of
Batch
Barrel
21,
recently.
The one that won the San Francisco
Yeah.
double gold and the best bourbon in the 6 to 10 year category.
So we've been getting a lot of barrel bourbon lately.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky us.
Yes.
How nice. All right. Cheers to those super chats.
Yes.
Jose, thank you for that. Brian
Thank you.
Brennick
Nutty
says,
Squad represent.
live stream Sarah's cutting Chad's hair will likely be better than Brandy's haircut she gave Rex. Oh, that's great. They're demanding a skullet.
It won't be a skullet.
It won't happen.
No.
No, I'll never do bangs again,
Bangs for
and I'll
Sarah.
never give Chad a skullet. I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah,
also,
she
I
has to
feel like
live
that's
with me.
just for Rex. That's just for him.
Yeah, it would be like going to see a cover band instead of the real band.
Instead of the real thing.
It wouldn't
I
be
mean, it's nice.
as good as
It's
his
just not as
skullet.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it would still sound great.
Still sound good. You'd have a nice time,
You
but
have a great time. Have some bourbon at the show. So that's what's new, right?
That's what's new.
I didn't leave anything out, did I?
No, I think that's it. Well, this is new. Oh, these.
Well, we're
gonna do those.
Those are what's news. Those were also sent to us from not, again, so much the distillery, but like, PR firms and stuff. So full disclosure, these 5 Traverse City ones were sent to us, but it's not sponsored or anything like that. So, of course, even if it was, still our opinions would be our own. But
my opinion is always my own.
It's my opinion, but so just in the interest of full disclosure.
And you'll all disagree with me no matter what.
That's right. So
it doesn't really matter.
Now start the comments because we've already
saw
seen
a lot
them.
of that. Yep.
And that's good. We want to have discussion and discourse. Discourse. Here on our channel, of course.
But yeah, this is 2020-01. Now, what's this batch name?
Granny's batch.
Granny's batch.
Yep.
Ooh, Granny's got a bundt cake cooking. Nice.
Yeah.
126.4 proof.
Mm-hmm.
6 years, 4 months, and 21 days old.
That is correct. Now, past couple years, what we've been clued in on is I'm just going to try to note the time. Is it going to tell me?
Oh, no.
No, of course not.
No, it's not going to tell you.
Well, there goes
Don't do
a time-saving measure
No.
I was trying to implement, but
It's okay.
Screw that. Why would anything go as planned tonight?
Nothing would.
Seems like kind of the rule the past couple years.
I would not call it a rule because I think a lot of people don't agree. We have found that we tend to like the 3rd and 4th release, especially the 4th release of the year. Like, it's just a pattern that we've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that means anything, though. Like,
Well, that was corroborated yesterday on the Whiskey at Home stream. People were talking about Bookers, and they were like, they're not always the best. And then I forget who it was, so apologize for that. But they're like, well, the 2019-04 was good. And then the other person said the 03 was good, too. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, the Beaten Biscuits and the Country Ham.
Yeah.
I think are agreed upon that those...
But you haven't had anything from 2020, so it's not fair to say.
Just going off historical knowledge.
I did feel that way last year, especially last year. It's not like I've disliked past... I generally like Booker's batches.
I think it probably started in 2018, because 2017, I feel like...
I don't know. I remember last year, the first batch, which was... Was it Teresa's batch?
Or Backyard
When was
Barbecue?
Kathleen's batch was in 2018. I think that was 2018-01. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, that was like the night, Blue Night, or Night.
Nope.
Bourbon Night.
Nope. And then batch 2 of last year, I think, was Backyard Barbecue. Batch 3 was Beaten Biscuits,
Yes.
and batch 4 was Country Ham.
Correct. No, flip those. Country Ham, then Beaten
Then
Biscuits.
Beaten Biscuits. My bad.
Yeah.
So please, I'm sure I'm not right. So feel free to correct me.
Yes.
But I thought that the first batch of last year was the most uncharacteristic of all the Bookers I've had. And Backyard Barbecue was fine.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't taste as Booker's
Well, I thought
to
it
me.
was...
But some people really like it, and that's fine too.
Yeah, I thought Backyard Barbecue was a little uncharacteristic, but still good. I can't remember the
I'm
batches.
right. Matt says.
Okay.
Whiskey Crusaders. Thank you.
There we go.
And
in fact...
I thought I knew my Bookers, but you're making me second guess myself.
I always get them wrong. If you want to tab over to the first window there.
Yes.
And so this is from
Glenn and Kathy
on our
which,
Patreon site.
By the way, Glenn and Kathy sent us a recipe book recently, and there was a cinnamon roll recipe in it, and I made those this morning. But I found a way to mix some bourbon in with them, obviously, and they are really good. Really good.
Excellent.
From scratch, hand rolled that dough and everything. It was fun.
So we're going to share this comment that was on our Patreon site, but it's very topical.
This is Bot Booker's 2020-01 yesterday. The price in Virginia went from $79.99 last year to $89.99 this year. Virginia is an ABC state, so all prices are regulated and, quote, fair. Booker's, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and Stag Jr. All barrel proof bourbons. Booker's is usually 6.5 years for $89.99. Stag Jr. is about 9 years for $52.99. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is 12 years for $59.99. All are available when released and not distributed by lottery. Did Beam raise the prices too much? Did Booker's jump the shark?
There you go.
I think that's a good point.
It is. A couple things. This and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof are age stated. The Stag is not. Yeah, it can be rumored to be around 9, but
There's
technically
no guarantee.
they could do anything down to 4 years. Mm-hmm. Because it's got straight on there. Or sorry, 2 years technically. That's what they could blend in there and it'd still be straight. Those two, Stag and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, at least here in Kentucky, good luck finding them.
You can't find them on the shelf.
I know they say Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is becoming easier to get. Stag sure isn't. And and we haven't really been in a liquor store except one occasion here recently, but in the past month or two. But we still, Booker's is always there. So I think a little bit of this being the priciest of those 3 at retail has a little bit to do with this is always going to be available.
The walk-in.
And we're not talking about secondary because Stag and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof can go for this price or more on secondary.
On secondary, right.
So
but you never see anyone selling a Booker's on secondary.
Unless it's an old one.
Right, unless it's an old one.
Yeah.
Yes, a current Booker's, but yeah. So Glenn just chatted and said, I'll still buy Booker's, but... And I hear you, like, why now? So we heard a couple years ago, because we used to be able to find it for
have you smelled this
It's so nutty. It's so nutty.
It's peanut buttery.
It's so peanutty. Like, if you're allergic to peanuts, I don't know if you should smell this.
Zoom in on my face, everyone.
They can't.
This?
But yeah, it was 55, and we've heard that they're slowly trying to get it to 100. Now, I thought 55 was a steal. Let's all be honest. Like, I think we know that from Stag Jr. being not available on the shelves listed at $55.
Yeah.
That a barrel proof of that quality on the shelf is at that price. Forget about it. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, a little bit different. 3 releases a year. Again, good luck finding it on the shelf. It's a bit more expensive. I think I usually see it for around $65, $70. So not too far off from where this is. We got this one for $74.99.
$74.99.
Which I think is fair. And I think it is a lot to pay. But I've consistently experienced good quality with Booker's, whereas like if you spend $120+ on a limited release, every year, you don't really know what you're going to get all the time.
Wow.
He's wowing.
Wow.
Jose, thank you. I'll just do a quick super chat. This will cover Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn, and for the Patreon comment.
Jose.
For Jose being nutty.
He says, hype. And Joseph Brazos says, now we wait for reviews before getting Bookers. Or no, I now wait for reviews before getting Bookers.
I think that's smart.
I mean, because maybe you don't want to have all 4 from one year, so you could always just wait a bit and see what shakes out.
To see what the general consensus is on, like, the best batch of the year.
Well, the problem is, if you wait, what if number 1 is everyone's favorite, and then can you get it in the fall, winter, or the next year?
Well, you just hope that your reviewer is being timely.
True.
Yeah, and it did take this a while to show up in our area.
Yeah.
Other people were getting it before, and they put out, their videos on it, and we thank them for that.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That might be the most peanut butter bourbon that I have ever had.
Yep.
That is...
Now, if it's anything like,
I like that, so I'm all about this.
Oh, I'm about it. If it's anything like our Knob Creek pick, then the neck pour, more peanut and peanut buttery, as it opens up in the bottle, that kind of fades away. I feel like this is probably going to do the same. I feel like with more air, more time to open up, or maybe even in the glass, I feel like that wave of creamy, delicious peanut butter.
See, now I'm tempted to go grab, I think my favorite on record that was released in the batches like this, that I know, is Sip a While, which is 2017-04. It's up there. And I'm like, that has been my favorite to date. I go back to Sip a While. I like it in blind tastings. So now I'm like, I kind of want to know what this tastes like up against that. Now, I think the fair thing to do would probably be to let this sit for a while opened. But I want to know right now.
We can do it. We can combine ours, set it aside. We can move on to Traverse City, and then we can take a little break. And...
Well, let's talk just a little bit more about this, because I think we owe it a little bit more of a review. Jose wants to know what the mouth feels like.
Silky peanut butter. That's what it feels like.
It does come with some heat and a little bit of cinnamon up front. Like, I think maybe a lot of cinnamon. And almost like cinnamon sticks. But then there's this, like, really oily, creamy, peanut buttery... it's like toasted peanuts, peanut butter.
Almond butter in there, too.
Yeah.
I just want to call out real quick. 500 pizzas, saying that we were great yesterday.
500 pizzas?
On the live stream. And I remember seeing your name in the chat. And I'm not sure if you've been in our chat before or if this is like a crossover. If we gained you as a fan, but either way, thank you.
Oh, this is good.
Hey, we got Bourbon Junkies in the house. We got Danny's Candles. Candies. Okay. Yeah.
I said it that one time because I couldn't see.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell the I from the L.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was fun, but I would definitely say that, like, we're very much used to our normal format of, like, we're filming the show produced or we're doing our own live where we kind of have the flexibility of an hour and your all's patience to banter and get to what we get to.
And edit.
It felt, 30 minutes is cutting that in half, and we were like, we have so much to say in a short amount of time.
We were so hyper.
So if that was your first experience with us, I mean, that's a fair representation of some of the time, but...
It was sort of like really focused Chaz and Sarah with an H, like on Adderall. Ashley Campbell says, iWhiskey She Wines reviewed this Booker's today and said it was on the sweeter side compared to other Bookers. Your thoughts?
I think it is sweet. And in a way that, peanut butter is got sugar in it.
Yeah.
Like, it can be very sweet.
But
it's got almost like a Reese's going, too.
Yes.
Like a chocolate.
There is a little bit of chocolate.
There's some milk chocolate in there.
It's definitely heavier on the peanut butter than the chocolate. But I think it also being, 126.4 proof.
So it's a Reese's egg.
It's a Reese's egg. Yeah, exactly. Is... also bringing this heat that I think, a really sweet lower proof bourbon, I think can be more of a turn off than a high proof sweet bourbon. And yes, it is sweeter maybe than some Bookers, but I would not call it overtly sweet.
Is this our last bottle of this?
I hope not.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I think we've got another bottle somewhere. This is the Sip a While. I'm pretty sure we have another bottle of this somewhere. Okay.
Here, then you can just...
Ooh, that one had some bass.
Boop.
I've got a fresh one. I don't want the influence.
All right. But no, I'm digging it.
But maybe we're the wrong people to ask about the Booker's price increase because, like I said, I've always been a fan. I love the flavor profile for the most part. I've maybe had one that I would not buy again.
And it sounds like we didn't get the brunt of that hike as much as other places.
As other areas, yeah.
$74.99.
Yeah. So yeah, even if and when it does get to $100 a bottle, like I said, this is one of my favorite things that I keep going back to, and I've found that with so many bottles of Booker's where I'm just like, I just want a Booker's today.
It's a Booker's day.
It's a Booker's day. We connect. I don't know. So I'm the wrong person to ask if you're like, is it worth $100? Because I'm always gonna say yes. Will I still buy Stag Jr.?
The right batch.
The right batch. Am I still going to buy Stag Jr. and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof? Yes, of course. They're also delicious, but they're different. They have different flavor profiles.
And Larceny Barrel Proof now.
Yeah. They're just different flavor profiles. I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
But, Patrick Fulmer says cheers again to the...
100th live? Yeah, well, it's... Once you get 100, start lying about your live number.
Yeah, you start lying about your age.
I'm 100 for the second time.
We were starving for attention.
Third time. This is actually be our third 100th because it's 102. Episode 102 here, folks.
Now, this has been open for a while.
Obviously.
Just to be fair.
We didn't do this today.
Not today. it probably hasn't taken that long, though, to be quite honest.
Ooh.
This is definitely not as peanut buttery. It's got nutty notes, but it's
This reminds me of...
It's like walnuts and pecans.
Yeah, don't take this the wrong way, but this reminds me of the Booker's 30th. And the fact that the Booker's 30th on the neck pour was also very nutty, but in a different capacity than this one. And Sarah's having the feels. Okay, let's trade.
No. There's just something about sip a while.
Hey, Perry's in here, and he's confused about the 100th. Yes,
sorry, Perry.
We're just saying it's our 100th take 3. We lie about our age now.
We had an issue with the stream key and getting the things to talk to each other. It was a whole mess. We were 5 minutes late.
The whole thing.
We're bad people. That's what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
So peanut buttery.
Oh, wow.
But that flavor the whole way around.
It's just a different ballgame. You can tell they're both Bookers, but
they're just different. I mean, they're cousins. They're cousins, right?
And again, neck pour. Give this one some time. It's probably going to taste more like this one. They're always going to be different, of course. Congrats on the 100. Hey, we'll take it. Thank you, John.
I think. Ooh,
she thinks.
Give it back.
You want to grab the...
What? Cowbell?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, so nutty.
So I have this one. This one's got more heat going down. I think this one's a little bit more... It's got a little more variety in the flavor.
Punchy in the mids.
I guess,
I feel
yeah.
like.
But it's got a bit of a rounder experience, whereas this is very just leaning into that toasted peanut note. I like them both, but I think for different moods and different times. And I can't choose. Don't make me choose. It's like, which one's your favorite child? I'm sure that you probably have one, but you're not supposed to say.
I don't know why, but I feel like I would, if this stayed, this profile, I would reach for this more in the winter, around the holidays. It just has that Yule log, chestnuts, roasting on open fire feeling.
The Sip a While's got some sweetness to it, but I don't think it has as much of that peanut butter, like chocolate covered. Oh, it's Reese's, let's call it that.
Yeah, I feel like this guy just has more of your classic bourbon flavors.
This is a bit sweeter and a bit hotter.
Yep.
But I like them both. I'm not going to choose. Not today. Sorry. But also, good luck. I like them the same-ish, roughly, for different reasons, and good luck getting the 2017-04 in 2020.
You never know.
I mean, I'm sure there are stores where Bookers sit on the shelf because people think, I'm not going to spend $70 on this bottle.
I've come across a 2016 late last year.
Well, I'm glad. If you guys don't want it, be my guest. Leave it. I'll come get it.
Exactly. Andrew Buchanan says, it stays very nutty. I've had mine open for about 2 weeks. Ooh. Well, you know what? I am fine with that. And thank you for the super chat, Andrew.
Thanks for letting us know.
And Monica. Hey, Monica.
Monica.
This is for your... Come on. Who have you
How did she know?
Who have you been talking to?
I literally have been showing Chad pictures of dogs. I'm like, I want this. And he's like, oh, no. And I'm like, why don't you don't want this puppy? Why don't you want this puppy?
So Monica says, this is for your new puppy fund, which I didn't know was a thing. Cheers.
We just did.
Oh, we did? Well, I'll do it to the Bookers then.
A Booker spell for Monica. Wade Ward. Oh, that sounds like Wade Ward sounds like a comic book name.
Wade Ward.
Says, Sarah, I'm going on a unicorn trip because of you. Wife is following your recommendation. Oh, what's that mean? Oh, a unicorn trip? Like, to search?
I would say so.
For bottles?
Some unicorns?
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad. That sounds awesome.
Oh, look.
Thanks, Melanie. See, they know what's up. One more for the puppy fund. Don't tell our other dog that. She's napping somewhere.
No one tell her.
She likes being the star.
Yeah. Woo. Man.
What puppy? No puppy yet.
Man, you really get that A Booker's hug is a certain type of Kentucky hug. It's a little different. It starts up.
It's from a good old friend.
Yeah, but
There's some love there.
It starts up here.
Maybe some unrequited love.
Yeah, a little aggressive love, maybe. A little like safe word love. You need a little safe word.
I wasn't going there. We have different definitions of this.
And then Brian Brennicky says
Brennicky.
Puppies.
Everyone loves puppies.
It's true.
This wasn't a real thing until today. I mean, here's my thing. It's like, we've been talking about it, and like, we haven't decided that we're going to do it yet or not. But I'm like, if I'm going to be stuck at home for a couple more weeks, don't you want some help raising a new puppy?
Boy.
Ashley, $10. Here's to the puppy fund. 2 dogs are better than 1. My 2 Aussies are a great pack. We have an Aussie. She's a mini.
But she's also very stubborn.
She's stuck in her ways.
Yeah.
You know how the Aussies can be strong-headed. They know what they want. And she does not want a friend necessarily, but she doesn't know what's good for her either. Otherwise, she wouldn't take her medicine.
And then also, we can save it here. Also to JG Wentworth 877 Mash Now says, Puppy Fund if you name it Mash.
Oh, cute.
And then Jake Miller says, sadly, my dog was just
stung by bee. She needs love.
Oh, well, here's to everyone
pup.
and to Jake. Oh, I didn't get to ding it.
Oh.
There we go. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna give it a recommend.
I'm gonna give it a recommend.
Especially for $75, which is what we got it for. I would pay, if this bottle stays like this, yes, I would pay $90 for it.
Agreed.
Yeah. Even if it changes, it may change in a good way. So, yeah.
I hope that pup is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who got stung?
All right, we're gonna move on to Traverse City. I know some people who are around that area, love talking about this, and we're ready to explore it. We've been given some in samples before, and I think Matt has been part of that, actually.
Yeah.
So I imagine this is, out there on the shelves. I don't think I've seen it in our neck of the woods.
We have not.
But, so this is a little 3-pack, and then we have 2 others right here.
Barrel proof, signature edition, and we've got the straight bourbon finished in port barrels. So this one is a 90 proof, the port finish, and this one is, help me with the math, 58.3, so 116.6.
I think so.
Yeah. So there we go. Well, I definitely want to open this barrel proof. I especially feel like we need to because it's not fair for anything lower than a barrel proof to follow a Booker's.
Oh, do you want to go in opposite order?
Well, I don't care. We can start there, but I just think as a category, it's not fair to not include a barrel proof if we've just had Booker's because that's just rude.
I agree.
We were rude. I'm sorry.
Let's do that. Uh-oh.
Oh, look what you did.
No.
Now you can't sleep here anymore. Chad won't let you. Never mess up the neck tag.
Okay, yeah, let's start with that barrel proof.
We are going to start with it. Okay.
Yeah, no, let's do it. And we will catch up here on some super chats.
They do the Michigan, the hand, the mitten, the hand. Everyone always says, "Where do you live?" And they're like, "I live." You point to.
Oh, right, where you are on the
hand map.
Yep.
Don says
don't ask anyone in Florida to show you. It's different.
I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Don says, no one loves puppies more than Sarah, except maybe Sarah with an H. Hashtag Homewood Suites Lobby.
Yep.
It's not quite the La Quinta, but
Can you help me?
Still pretty darn legendary. Thank you, Don. Cowbell coming soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can go ahead there with the...
Scott says, I've also had my Booker's 2020-01 open about 2 weeks, and it's rounder, less peanutty, more chocolate notes, and cinnamon mellows.
Whoa.
Ooh, yum. Joseph Brazo says, y'all should ask Zoe what she thinks first. She thinks...
We've tried.
We've tried telling her that it's going to happen one day, and she just doesn't seem to listen.
She's in denial.
Yeah, maybe she is in denial.
Yeah.
She's a good dog.
So let's get something in our glass here, and we'll cheers everyone.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is there any info on this?
There
Let's
is.
see.
Let's go ahead and before we.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. To all those recent super chats, thank you all very much. Yeah, information on this guy.
Aged for more than 4 years, bottled at full barrel proof. Produced and bottled by the Traverse City Whiskey Company.
Mm-hmm.
And I already told you what the proof was, and it's a signature edition.
There you go.
And that's what I know. And it has copper foil on the front, and that's cute.
It's got a good nose.
It does.
Lots of kind of some baking spice in there. And
I get
almost like an iron skillet type of feeling.
But I also get kind of like some, not toasted oak, but more of like outdoorsy wood, like freshly cut.
It's like a cedar
wood
chest.
or
It's more,
something like that.
Yeah, more like a chest made of wood. And a little bit of almonds. I'm getting some almonds. A cherry. I'm liking the
Joseph
nose.
says, used to be MGP, don't know if it is still. Well, it says produced at, but it doesn't say distilled at. But if they would have to say distilled in Indiana, bottled by.
Yeah, yes.
So I think that it must be.
Is there a DSP on here anywhere? There should be.
One moment, please, while we do boring things.
No?
No?
No DSP.
It's not on the neck? No. Interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah, it just says produced and bottled by the Traverse City Whiskey Company. So I would say produced. It's gotta. And with it being at least 4 years old, I think if they were sourcing from MGP, I would think they might want to go a little bit older.
No more info on the box either. I feel like they would have to disclose that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Very interesting. Oh, Tammy says Zoe will be a great big sister. That you have such confidence in her that I just don't have.
Did you read the other one?
Oh, and Sheridan, apologies, says still worth to hunt. Kenny asked yesterday on Whiskey from Home. For these?
I don't remember these being brought up. That you might be asking about Bookers. But do you have to hunt Bookers?
Yeah, if you have to hunt Bookers, I mean, it depends on how much effort you need to put into it. I mean, I think Bookers is worth it, but as far as these, we haven't had them yet, so I can't say.
So, Matt from Whiskey Crusaders is saying the Traverse City Bourbon is MGP, but they have their own aging. The rye is distilled by them, which we do have the rye in here. Yep. Yeah, Bourbon Junkies is saying they're one of the least transparent craft distilleries.
Wow. I don't think this is MGP. Doesn't taste like MGP to me.
Well, I mean...
It could be blended, but I get more of a grainy, something a little bit more grain forward in there that I just don't find normally with MGP products at this age, at this proof.
Oh, and okay. We have a clarification
for
those harder to find bourbons. Yeah, I say not once in a blue moon, but every so often, yeah, I think it's worth it to go out there on the hunt. I think it's a little bit more better time investment to go to like lotteries or lines, things like that, where the store has some of those things, than driving around to 20 stores asking what they've got in the back. Yeah,
that's fair. I also think like having a list, maybe a prioritized list of what you're looking for and how much you're willing to pay for it already in your mind, would help, because I think they talked about this yesterday on the stream as well, is that like you're not going to get everything that you want. It's not going to happen. Right. Every year you're going to set out to get a bunch of stuff, and you're just never going to get all those bottles. We've
been trying to get a Pappy 20, and I know that's Pappy, so like shut up. But also like an Eagle Rare 17 from BTAC.
Yeah.
Forever, and haven't. So it's.
But I mean, I would count Stag Junior as a harder to find bottle.
Yeah.
it's not the hardest to find, but it isn't easy to find either.
It takes some doing.
It takes a little bit of effort.
And
so I think something like that should be on your list because it's doable.
Mm-hmm.
When you find it, it's not going to be like insane.
Exactly.
And well, hopefully, depends on where you're at. Again, if you're in New York, they might want $250 for it. Like, I can't say.
Correct.
But yeah, I would recommend having a list and especially knowing those things that are more consistent over time, like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, like Stag Junior, and others out there that are released on an annual or a couple of times a year basis that have been consistently good.
Sure. So we have some other clarification from Matt from Whiskey Crusaders. He's saying it's aged in Michigan is probably why. And that's kind of what I was thinking. So it's like,
I thought maybe it was blended.
The Crowded Barrel, that's MGP, but it's aged in Texas.
And it tastes totally different.
Does a world of difference. So so MGP, but aged there in Michigan, if whatever aging methods that they may be doing too. So we don't even know that. So that's great.
That's interesting. And it's cooler in Michigan, right? Like I'm getting more grains coming through. But I think it's a
solid pour.
It is a solid pour, and I think it does still have MGP characteristics. That's why I'm like, is this blended? That was my first thought, but it makes total sense that this is MGP distillate aged in. That's why it says produced.
Produced,
not distilled.
Yeah, produced. So they are producing it by aging it.
That's very tricky. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, as Bourbon Junkie said. And then Perry Ritter.
Pear Bear says, back porch hangout soon at the Pear Bear Den.
Would love to.
As soon as
rules.
Rules are rules.
Rules bearing an okay from the old governor. But yes.
The old governor.
Sure hope so.
I see it in the next month, it being a possibility.
Or social distancing, of course. We could be like across.
Sure.
Maybe 10,
You be
12.
upstairs on the deck, we'll be downstairs on the at the bottom.
We'll build like a
little pulley
same
system.
height of deck, but like 12 feet away.
He said, I clarified my statement. Oh, sorry. What?
What's that?
Social distancing, of course. I see.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you, Barry. Hold on.
Ooh, sorry, I'm tired. This week it's been a long week.
Hold on, I missed a little something here I just wanted to read.
And I got up early and rolled my own cinnamon rolls, so...
You did, yeah.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, okay.
You all caught up?
All caught up.
John Jones wants to know, what is BTAC? That stands for the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, and I recommend you Google that, because...
Well, it just got retracted, so he may have just realized.
Oh, oops. Sorry to call you out for the thing that you retracted. My bad. Anyways.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Not sure of the pricing. That's something that we can follow up with on a later episode. But I like these little 200 mils. 2 mils.
It's nice.
This is a great way to discover a craft distillery, especially because craft is a roll of the dice, just because craft can mean newer to the market. Sure. Not always, of course. There's great craft whiskey out there, but I think this is an excellent way to try.
Yeah, sure.
New stuff.
I think when it comes to craft, there are some watch outs that you have to be aware of. I think craft is going to be more about knowing your stuff, knowing what to look for on a label, knowing what kind of questions to ask when you're purchasing something, because there isn't that long historied background of some of these bigger distilleries, right? And they're not doing it on the scale of those, so there's more room for uniqueness. Now, that can either be really good, and they talked about that again yesterday a bit on Whiskey from Home, but sometimes unique isn't always good, right?
Yeah.
So I think, you just have to be on the lookout for what's the age, how was it treated, is it sourced or not, like...
Size of the barrel.
Right, well, yeah. I just think that there are good questions to ask, as I think that's when, word of mouth really plays into it and is a good helping hand in helping you choose, because there are so many new craft distilleries. So it's like, not only are you not sure, you just don't know which one to pick.
I thought we would go ahead and jump to the rye. I'm not actually sure if we're going to be able to get to all 5 of these tonight.
Oh, you're right. We're not. How's it already 8:50? Whoa, we spent a lot of time talking about Bookers.
Well, we were also a little bit late. But
5 minutes.
Yeah.
We were
but
5 minutes
not
late.
that late. So yeah, we might have to carry these over to another episode, which is cool.
But I think that might be fair, too.
Yeah.
We won't try Booker's first.
Right.
Chad Huddleston? Did I say that right? Says, can you guys do a review on the Elijah Craig A120 versus any other likely competitors like Stag Junior Batch 13? I don't know, Chad, can we?
Yeah, they're both open, so it couldn't be like an uncorking, but we could do it here on live.
We could do it on live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. Cool.
Thank you for that.
We can make that happen.
So what we're trying is called the North Coast Rye. It's 90 proof. It's a distinct blend of 100% American rye and straight rye whiskey. So it also says distilled from premium rye and malted barley. So
I can smell that barley.
And also distilled and bottled. Same deal there on the back.
Did you say how old?
I don't think it carries an
No
age.
age.
Nope. It smells high rye. A high rye, that is.
It's got a minty. It's
Yes.
like a gum almost.
Little winter mint in there. Little bit of like how a Midwinter's Night Dram
Nutmeg.
kind of has that nutmeg and allspice, like the whole kitchen sink of spices thrown in it.
Yeah.
It's pleasant.
Characteristic of a high rye content whiskey.
A high rye, lower age, I think.
Yeah.
Is kind of what we discovered. Because, like some of those older whistle pigs, 100% ryes, that characteristic kind of goes away, I feel like, with age, as far as we've discovered. Here we go.
That might be one of the sweetest ryes I've had.
Wow. Yeah.
It's very mellow too. Based on the
90
nose.
proof.
I was expecting I don't know what I was expecting. A bigger rye kick off of the nose, but I think it does have to do with the proof.
Yeah.
The nose is powerful. Michelle Martin says, sipping on some Sip a While, but wondering if you've heard of Smooth Ambler Distillery. We have. We've had some picks from there.
Yep.
We've had the Contradiction. We had the Big Level, different single barrels. My experience personally is that I found that it is not my flavor profile. I've been to Smooth Ambler tastings where everyone's all about it, and I'm like, what am I missing? Why don't I get it?
I mean, they do have kind of a unique place. Yeah.
And it's just
in the whiskey
not,
world.
I have discovered that it's just not up my alley. Like, I can drink it. It's just not been what I reach for. But I know a lot of people that really like Smooth Ambler.
I think it's a little bit more on my side. Especially, like, I've had some Lion Share picks of theirs that I've really liked. Their older stuff. So, yeah, I think it's just kind of...
But that's why if everything
the mood
tasted
for.
the same and was great for everyone, then there wouldn't be so many brands. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely.
This still has a mintiness on the palate, but it also has, what is that?
It's almost like a really ripe fruit note on the end.
Yep.
Like a sugary peach. And then Brian says, finishing off the rest of my scotch to make room for my bourbon. Just added Henry McKenna to the collection. Cheers. Congratulations on that.
Weird, but like a melon, like a cantaloupe or a honeydew.
Yeah, I think you're more on the nose with the melon than the peach.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, that's good.
Huh.
That's
okay. Did we already cowbell?
Nope, but we also got Scott here say, when will the Whistle Pig homestock be available?
That's a great question.
That is a great question. We don't know.
TBD.
TBD, but hopefully they'll...
I mean, since it's all
let
already
us know.
made, they just need to blend and bottle.
They know, yeah.
They know what goes into
the
it.
blend.
I mean, I would think this year, I would assume sooner rather than later, just to build off of the anticipation of that event, but we're not in the distributing business.
Right.
No, I don't know, but I'm sure we can get some more information about that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's on WhistlePig's site, or Flaviar.
Could be, could be.
Could be.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Oh, at the end of May. Thank you, Trev.
See, Trev knows. Yeah, that.
Shane
that right
says she's not going to make the new Rick and Morty. Oh, we've already agreed on that.
That's going to be a Monday night thing.
It's going to be a Monday night thing. I'm not going to be able to stay up that late.
We're not even sure about Westworld.
I don't even know if I'm going to make it through this.
Finale. Yeah, she might just
No, I want
have
to
one
watch
more
Westworld.
drink and fall asleep.
I want to watch Westworld.
We don't know. I like this. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Well, now I forgot the name, so it doesn't matter.
It's blowing my mind how sweet this is for a rye, but I think it is that 90 proof.
Roaming Man rye.
Oh,
This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Roaming Man. But that's a higher proof.
I can't recall. It's been a while since I've had that one.
It sort of had these characteristics of like that spicy, but in the melon type of world, and it was more like akin to like a midwinter's night dram. And
sorry,
someone read Sarah's story.
No, I read Perry's comment, and he said the word yawn, and it made me yawn.
Oh boy.
Sometimes it's just like it was Inception.
Someone take her for a ride in the car. She'll be out.
Sorry. I didn't mean to make you yawn. I'm sorry. I don't say the word yawn anymore, though. It's gonna make me yawn.
Everyone's getting sleepy.
I literally am it's gonna make me yawn.
Yes. Joseph Brazo's having the Booker's 30th, saying it has an exceptional mouthfeel.
That is true.
Yes.
40 to 50 per bottle per these?
For 200 mil or a full-size fifth? That's what I want to know. Mr. Najbush.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll find out. The new rule, Glenn and Kathy says, Sarah yawned, everyone drink. I'm not bored, I promise. Just a little sleepy.
So I think maybe we can do one more of the Traverse City.
We can do one more.
We'll save the other two.
Yeah.
For next week.
Now we've got the port. We've got the.
So we have a couple like whiskeys. So the port being the finished one being the one. This is actually a American cherry. This is 70 proof, so this is more like a liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have just your tried and true traditional bourbon, which is 86 proof.
Ding, ding, ding. Let's go with that one.
Now this one does have an age statement. It says aged for 3 years or more. 86 proof. So let's give it a go.
Let's give it a whirl. Oh, I'm fighting off the yawns. Try Dovetail, Jimmy Drammer says. Well, we're going to have to do a different episode where we just focus on the barrel bourbons. I have had it before at a bar, and it is super interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of got a little something for different types of whiskey drinkers. Like, I was actually having it with some people from Canada. One who really likes Scotch. Another woman who's from Canada, but originates from Poland. And she was talking about different, drinks that they have over there. And we were all talking about how it had a little bit of something that just reminded us of somewhere else. I don't know. It was kind of had a nostalgic thing going on where it was just like picking up different memories and things for all of us because it does have such a unique blend.
Like the corner of your mind?
What?
Memories. Like the corner of my mind.
It's okay. I'll just finish that thought never.
I had to get that song reference in there.
Anyways. Corey says, what was your favorite part of Whiskey from Home?
I like the fly fight part.
I liked the feeling of relief when our segment was done and we didn't completely mess it up.
Right. We were running around like we were on Adderall.
It did feel that way, but we weren't. It's just, high on life. No, what was my favorite part? I don't know. There was a lot of it that I liked. I really liked those little cocktail segments.
Cocktails were
We
great.
made that first one with the maple syrup, and that was really good.
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't think we could pick out one.
I really enjoyed the sleeper bourbon discussion.
Yes.
Not because I'm like totally in agreement with everyone.
Oh, because you were like not yelling at the screen, but you were like
but
talking
I was
to
having
the
a
screen.
conversation with the screen when
like,
no one could hear
That's
me.
not readily available. Or like when they picked Wild Turkey 101 at the end and held up the bottles like, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I did get excited about the things that they were talking about in there and how it relates back to a lot of the discussions that we've had.
Yeah. And I think, I liked a lot some of the history stuff in the beginning about the Bourbon Justice, and then Peggy's food pairing is always awesome. Of course, Fred taking you through a whiskey tasting was great. The discussions, the panels were great.
I got to see my friend Caroline. That was great.
Yep. And then the flag fight was awesome.
I mean, we did what we could.
Yeah, it was great.
This almost has like and this is going to be crazy, but like a barbecue rub nose.
It's weird that you say that because on the taste, I'm kind of getting like a barbecue chip.
Yeah, it's got a barbecue note. It's weird. No, and I think a chip, like the seasoning that it's on the chips, might be more of what I'm getting at versus
Have you
just
tasted
like.
it yet?
No, I haven't tasted it. I'm just going off the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think it's got a little bit of, when you're like Vicks Vapor Rub,
Yep.
that it's got what
The
is that?
effervescence of it.
Kind of, just a little bit. That's where my mind's going with this. A barbecue chip and some Vicks Vapor Rub, and that sounds like a great Friday night to me. I don't know about you all.
Wow. Sounds like a normal Friday night. No, it does like go up into maybe like the nasal cavities a little bit more than your typical nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbecue chips.
Barbecue chips, right?
What the heck?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you were saying the barbecue thing as I was like taking that first drink. And
But I
was
got
like,
it so on the nose. But it's on the here
barbecue
menthol. Yeah.
but chips.
Barbecue but chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of that.
See, 500 Pizza says the Flight rocked. Thank you
Oh,
much.
thank you. We were a little self-conscious, I'm not going to lie. I'll tell you guys that.
Menthol?
Eucalyptus, I think is
I think
maybe
it's
the
more
note.
eucalyptus
Yeah.
than menthol. I don't,
Smoked paprika and eucalyptus. That sounds right. I lost my mind, Tony?
Yeah.
About the barbecue chip?
You just lost your damn mind.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not toasted. I might be a little toasted.
Yeah, I mean,
can
you're
never tell.
warm. You're warm.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand up again.
Okay, bye. Ashley Campbell says, more puppy fun bunny, yay! But how am I keeping my nails so pretty? So this is the magic of being this far away from the camera. All the ladies watching, you know the pain if you've ever had fake nails.
Oh, the single ladies?
I had S&S nails, and guys are like, what is that? It's 45 minutes of your time spent in a chair
They
waiting
also-
for your wife to be done getting her nails.
They also sell tires.
Always gotta get a little. Anyways, about I'm gonna say a month in, 3.5 weeks, a month in, I'd been waiting to get my nails done, and obviously it wasn't gonna happen, and so I had to.
So what do? Do you pull them up?
You gotta. It's the whole thing.
Just bite 'em
It's
off?
gross. No, we don't need to talk about it. I had to take them. I had to remove them myself. It's not pleasant. And then I've just been keeping them super short because they were messed up from that, and painting them pretty much every week for camera. But thankfully, we're not doing any close-ups, so I can
Sure.
just.
Well, if it makes you feel any better,
Stay
Matt
back
from
here.
ADHD Whiskey says his nails are rubbish. So
Are rubbish. I love
Yeah.
that.
thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley, for
that.
asking
We
about my
appreciate
nails. And for the puppy fund money. See, I think Zoe's upset, too, because I had longer nails before. Better for scratching behind the ears. They also sell tires, Brian says. Need to find that place.
S&S.
I had a tire in my nail once.
Woo.
Yeah. You know what, though? I thought I would miss them more because I had been used to them for so long, and I guess I just don't really care right now.
Sure.
I had just gotten them done for New Orleans.
Oh,
Was the last
which-
time I got them done. So
yeah.
the first or second week of March, which the bourbon festival that never happened.
Ah.
So sad.
You know, this is good. I was kind of feeling like, you know, doing the barrel proof, doing the rye, and then going down just to your base bourbon, which has a little bit lower age statement than the barrel proof and is only 86 proof. I was kind of thinking this would be
Oh, I have my cat ears.
oh yeah.
My bow.
Yeah. In comparison to those other two, a letdown, but it's actually holding up pretty well.
I want to try it with barbecue chips now.
I think that would be a
It's a little
what
sweeter.
would Peggy say? That would be a
Explosion.
no. If it
A balance.
a balance.
A
I
balance.
think it would be a balance.
Yeah. We are drinking, just so I saw a question. This is just the straight bourbon whiskey from Traverse City, aged for 3 years or more. We have also tried the barrel proof and the rye previous to this, but now we are drinking just the regular old bourbon, and I think it tastes like barbecue chips.
Yeah.
And a little bit of, it has like a eucalyptus feeling about it. But now I really just want to try it with barbecue chips. So I'm going to say barbecue chips one more time.
Barbecue chips.
Just why not?
And then next week we'll be trying the other two in our collection. which is the port barrel finish at 90 proof, and the American Cherry Edition at 70. So,
honestly, I wasn't sure about this, but actually I like it.
I think it's hanging in there.
I think it's hanging in there.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a finish. It's giving me a little warmth, but not too much. I could see this totally being a summer thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the right proof if you're going to be outside. Oh, this is a 4th of July bourbon.
Yeah, I can see
Chips
that.
literally at a barbecue.
Ooh,
Well, I don't know if you'll be at a barbecue. I don't know if we'll be able to be at barbecues.
Anyone will be at barbecues.
But hot outside, grilling out, watching some fireworks. It's too hot outside for anything barrel proof maybe. And you don't want to put ice in it if that's just not your jam, whatever your story is. But this could be good.
Yeah.
I can picture it now.
I can see it all right now.
I can see myself.
Scene. Set the scene. Yeah. Well, good. So yeah, look forward to those other two next week, and we'll dig up some other stuff, of course, for the show next week as well. But I think we did pretty good to get through a new Booker's release, which is always pretty monumentous.
2 Bookers, to be fair.
Yeah, well, we did 2 Bookers, and then these 3 from Traverse City. Yeah,
that's 5, in case you were counting.
Yeah, so we still did 5.
5's good.
Yeah, 5 is good. Also, want to say whiskeyambitions.com. That's home for merch. Just want to say Glencairn's. You cannot go there right now and purchase them.
Oh.
They're not in the system.
Okay.
But they will be probably the next time you check, as long as that time is sometime late tomorrow.
Oh, Chad.
Yeah.
Chad's saying, let him have Monday to catch up. And then they will be there.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that'll do it.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thanks for your patience at the beginning and for rewatching the 100th live. Not really the 100th live again.
I mean, we were probably 2 minutes away from breaking out the phone or the laptop
and
camera.
Nobody wants
so
that.
I'm glad that we, at least got the good.
3rd week's a charm?
Yes.
Maybe?
This was just too many live shows in a week. I'm glad it happened on ours instead
and not one of the others.
Anyone else's.
Yes, agreed.
Because we were doing Skype on one, we were doing
StreamYard
on another. We're doing our stuff on this one.
All the things.
All these technical balls up
But
in
we
the air.
appreciate you guys bearing with us.
Yes.
I saw it peak out at like 1.4 something.
Yeah,
so
that's
that was
great.
Good.
We're gonna fix
maybe
that.
Even higher.
Fix that title.
Yeah, we'll fix that title later.
Yeah.
Put those pinned comments in so you don't have to listen to us.
There you go.
If you don't want to.
But now I think we got to find wherever we are actually streaming.
Oh, cool. So I'll just, stay here. I saw Tony said, miss you guys. We miss you too. Hope you're doing good. I don't know how to end it.
Guess
I don't know
we gotta
what you
go here now.
Okay. I should just pour myself something else.
That's not it at all.
That's not it either. Nope.
No.
You can't just do it over there?
Well, probably. I think there's a proper protocol.
End it. Finish it.
And then they spent the next 15 minutes trying to turn off.
Just trying to turn it off.
Turn off the thing.
Yep.
Wowzers.
Are you going to finish any of those?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We'll finish this first. We can stay on.
That was the rye.
They can watch me go to sleep.
We're just going to do a Westworld watch party. If you guys just want to, just
want to hang out.
Yeah.
I think I can make
Wait,
it.
did Todd Cooper say he just got in? Just made it.
Oh no,
What
you
did I
just
miss?
missed everything, Todd.
You missed the whole show.
The whole thing. You
whole
missed
shebang.
it. All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do it over here.
Just do it over there.
All right. Well,
Hopefully it ends.
Hopefully this works.
If not, you can just watch us struggle.
You're gonna be watching us watch Westworld.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody. See you next week.
Thanks.
Bye bye.